The Mersey Inn. Somewhere on its property lies the answers to all the mystery surrounding it. The tragedies that have surrounded the house have left a trail of murder and disappearances throughout its years, and Rose Leeds is the monster behind it all. After talking with a few people who have had experiences with the house, I tracked down someone who has a family connection to the Mersey home for unwed mothers. Hopefully I'll get more answers.
I'm a bartender here, small community. I was born after the Mersey home, but I do have a family connection to it.
And can you tell us a little bit about the connection you have to that?
My grandfather worked there. He was the maintenance guy, did some painting, did some yard work, ran some errands and stuff for Rose in the house. He would have to dispose of the dead babies in the same milk crates that he ended up buying the milk for. And I think that really bothered him. Like I said, he didn't talk about it a lot. And he was talking about how other ones were sold and just went missing. And the mothers never knew anything. He heard the rumors that they were selling some of the babies, doing whatever they could do to make the money and get rid of them. But just a scary place. He did whatever Rose told him to do. He even mentioned, really reluctantly, that some of the babies were buried alive. We all think that's why he drank a lot. He just used to drink a lot, especially at the end when he stopped working there. Quiet nights, you'd always see him drinking. And I think it was just because he was alone with his thoughts. Just miles and miles of woods. So he said Rose would always tell him to go further back in the woods, go dark in the woods so no one can see it. She wanted to make sure that no one would know what he was doing, where they were going.
After getting a little more information on the whereabouts of the dead baby cemetery, we decided to sneak a drone onto the property to get a better perspective.
So we're right outside the Mersey Inn, and we really want to get us some topographic view of this area because we don't know exactly where any of these babies been buried. We know there's stuff here, we just need to find the evidence, right? So we just planted ourselves right in front of this funeral home, and we're gonna see this. We got 7-kilometer range on that thing. Yeah. So it's 7 kilometers. So we'll try to get up over and see what we can see. Like this used to be woods, I'm pretty sure, all around here before. It changed a lot since then. And they could be buried anywhere, so like we need to get up there without being detected because this guy does not want us on this property. So we're gonna see what we can find.
We had to be very cautious when flying the drone. We didn't need the new owner Consettle to put a halt to our investigation.
God, I hope he's not looking outside of him. That's all we need. Yeah, bring it around there. That's great. Look at that. See if you can bring it down right there. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Something going on there. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you got that up there because we wouldn't have figured that out. I think I know where we need to go now.
So Victor and I snuck into the property here, and we're trying to get into this fenced area. We noticed it on the drone footage, and we don't know what's in that area. And then you never know what this metal is doing. You might be able to find something in the ground. I know that those little caskets had hinges.
Kind of suspicious if you ask me. I don't know what he's trying to hide. So let's take a little venture into the wooded area and see what we can find out there. It's obviously not dark enough to be hidden, but I'm hoping that he's in there eating or paying attention to something else, and I don't want to hear him at all yelling at me. And I would love to get this investigation a little further into the night.
As we get closer to the edge of the property, I could feel more tension in the air.
So it's definitely getting colder here now that we're towards the edge of the woods. It's nothing to do with the sunset. It dropped substantially in the last minute or so. I feel like we're getting closer to something. I don't know what yet, but we're going to find out what it is.
And as I journeyed deeper, I felt the air thicken. I always felt as though I was being watched. The land was swampy and the woods was dense. It was the perfect place to hide a dead baby cemetery.
So I came into this clearing, what it seemed. I think it might have been the one from the drone that we were flying earlier. But as you get into this wooded area, you definitely get a very, very distinct feeling of, I don't know, despair, I guess you could say. So I'm going to start doing a little bit of investigating. I happen to bring my device with me here, so if I could catch any signals of anything around here.
Hopefully it would help me in finding what lies hidden in the forest.
Yeah, I'm getting a good signal coming this way, so I feel whatever's happening has been down this path here. So I'm just going to take a little journey down there and see if I can get a better signal, maybe get closer to what we're trying to find.
As I get deeper, I seen something out of the corner of my eye.
Looks like a trail cam. I know he's having a problem with deer around here. So maybe he's trying to catch the culprits in the act. We might be able to salvage something from that ourselves. There's probably an SD card in there that may help us out. Look at that, 540 pictures. It has to have one picture of something in there. Just one, that's all we need. And look at that, there it is there. Thank God. You never know what we're gonna find. Hopefully he doesn't notice it for a few days. So I'm getting a really strong reading on this thing right here. Seems like it's the strongest we've had so far, I think.
This spot looked disturbed. I felt sick to my stomach. This was the place to start using my metal detector. All of a sudden I get a solid beep. To my shock, there was a baby doll. It was said that they buried small trinkets with the babies to keep them at rest in the afterlife. After finding the baby doll, I decided to go back and look at the photos from the trail cam. The camera is triggered by motion, and it fired off an exceptional number of shots, where there was nothing in frame. A common cause of this is wind blowing, leaves, animals, but because of what I found in the other photos related to this case, I decided to look a little deeper. Then I came across this photo, and when I zoom in, this is what I found. I haven't slept much since seeing this. It sends chills down my spine. Now I just need to figure out how I can get inside.